Welcome to the Tuesday show. I'm Ultra David.
Hey, what's happening? I'm Sejan.
I'm jchensor. How's everybody going?
There you go. There it is. So there's no Steve right now. He had thought that maybe he could Skype in. He's not in the area. So if he does get on the Skype, then we'll Skype him in. But unless that happens, it's just going to be us three. Mm-hmm. We're going to be talking about Street Fighter V Season 1 retrospective. We're going to be talking about Street Fighter V Season 2 changes. Talk about Killer Instinct changes. I don't know. Maybe there's other stuff, but that's already so much.
I'm exhausted too.
It's
gonna be a
long
you're still jet lagged, right?
No, it's just that I'm on a normal sleeping schedule, and this show occurs pretty late.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It is pretty late. So, Street Fighter V Season 1 is officially over.
Yeah.
Street Fighter V Season 2 is out.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Season 1.
We gotta preemptively be like, man, Season 1 was the most terrible. Wait, it's the reverse, right? Yeah, Season 1 was the best, man.
Yeah.
Okay. It was just so good, man.
I can't believe all these changes they made. It's terrible.
How do we play this
as people
Season
do
2?
when new games come out or when new versions come out,
Ugh.
they think that the old one was the greatest.
Yeah.
People think Street Fighter 4 is great now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Which is hilarious.
It's weird because I liked it when it was out.
I liked it
Dude,
too.
I was known as a paid Capcom shield
Yeah.
Street Fighter 4 defender
Yeah,
by the end when I was like, Ultra's not that bad.
Right.
Everyone's like,
Yeah.
shut up, James. It's
Yeah.
just because that's your game or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even play it,
Yeah.
but it's not a bad game. And everyone's like,
It
you're
wasn't
an
a bad
idiot, blah, blah, blah.
It wasn't a bad game,
Yeah,
but maybe not the greatest game ever, and yet
No.
that's what the rep was. But again, same thing for Third Strike when SF4 came out,
CVS2.
etc. CVS2, that happens. So, in any case, now that Street Fighter V Season 1 is over, what do you think about it?
So in other words, basically, how do you feel like we're going to look back at Season 1, 5 years from now kind of thing? Or just how
Yeah.
do you think about it now?
Do you know how some weirdos are saying that Street Fighter 4 Vanilla was the best version?
I can't believe
Even
that.
though it was demonstratively actually broken.
Yeah, it was such a
Ultras
whack
were
game.
actually unblockable.
Right.
Seth was the most busted character.
I mean, it's that whole concept, though. It's the concept of, when people love MVC2 and they love Super Turbo, those games are all busted, too, right?
Yeah, no, totally.
Third
But,
Strike. But,
that was
yeah.
pretty bad. Anyway, yeah, Street Fighter V Season 1, it wasn't like that.
No.
Okay, I thought it was pretty reasonable.
Yeah, it was pretty good overall.
Talking about the gameplay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look.
Oh
it's-
yeah, everything else
The rest
was
of it is terrible.
Yeah.
incredibly, awfully bad. And
Yeah.
if you try to say something else, Logan Sama's gonna put you in a toaster or something.
He's going to tell you to suck his nuts, asshole.
or tell you to jump in a Batmobile, or I don't remember what he said, but it was really mean. So don't say anything. That fool will beat you up.
so-
He'll hook you right in the gabber.
What the hell?
Is that your attempt at English slang? What was that?
I don't know, dude.
Okay.
Whatever they say over there.
So the thing about it is, there's obviously two sides to talk about this game. There's the gameplay, and then there's the release itself, right?
Yeah,
So we're focusing on gameplay for
Yes,
now.
yes.
Maybe we'll get into release
Fine.
a little bit. But in terms of gameplay, in my opinion, it is probably, honestly, one of the greatest initial version releases ever made. If you played CVS 1, problems. Alpha 1, terrible. Street Fighter 3, busted after really fast, right? So all these
War
games
Warrior,
were so
garbage.
yeah, exactly. The fact that Street Fighter 5, with very few patch changes, with very few balance changes, almost none, was able to sustain for this whole year, play as well as it did, I think is a testament to that. I will remember it personally as a really, really strong entry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to think we had a full year of tournaments. Actually, not even a full year, 9 months?
9 months.
Of
yeah.
tournaments, and how differently the game has changed.
Yeah.
And how little adjustments have been made to make the game kind of turn into a completely different direction than it started. I was really afraid at the start of the game's life that it was going to be really slow.
And boring.
And
too.
boring.
Yeah.
I was by the end of this, I was man, in 6 months, everybody's just going to block all the time, and no one will ever do anything, and it's going to be so boring, and it's going to be a super whack game. And it ended up, we watched, matches of like a Capcom Cup and people are just exploding in 10 seconds. I was like, oh my god. So, yeah, a much more fun and interesting game than I thought it was going to be based on my like initial reaction.
Okay.
And I really liked it. I haven't been around for a million Street Fighter launches.
Yeah.
You know, this is like the first one. So, given that you have to think, right, like the first few games I played, like Injustice and Killer Instinct Season 1, the balance was so screwy in those games, like by comparison's sake, the balance is so much better here. Like Injustice Season 1 was probably one of the dumbest launch games of all. Like Superman 8-2 or 9-1 some characters.
Yeah, you literally couldn't press buttons when he had super.
Right.
Like at the start of the round, like if you played against Ares with Superman, you do 4-2-3, and even if he backdashes, the second hit of the string catches him, and then you're blocking an infinite or hit for the rest of the round. There's no escape. Like that's the match. There's nothing you can do about it.
He had a 2-frame full screen overhead super.
Right.
That was done with button press.
Yeah.
So.
And like everybody likes to talk about Season 1 Saberwolf and Killer Instinct, but he wasn't even the best character in the game, and he was so stupid and degenerate. So by comparison's sake, man, Street Fighter fans are spoiled when they're mad about stuff. But
yeah,
yeah, I think the game's pretty well balanced and pretty fun.
Yeah, I think that I agree with that. It did evolve, and I like that. That's part of why I really hugely prefer rare patch changes, like yearly or more or less. Like obviously there were some, but like very rare and not many. And I want the players to be able to change the game.
Yeah.
Like I don't want the hubris of some developer who thinks that they have to rule the roost. I don't want that. I want the players to be able to run the show, and I think that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like characters went down just because input lag too, but like also because people figured out how to play against like Nash and Ken and whatever. People figured out how to play Cammy better.
Yes.
People figured out how to play against Dawson better. Like everything changed, and the tiers changed, and how the gameplay changed, and the offense was a big part of it.
Yeah.
And if the game had gone on longer, it would have been even more different. Like Guile started to show up a lot towards the end. Urian probably would have started showing up a lot. Rashid started showing up a lot. Birdie just did fantastically this weekend. Oh, I don't even know if we're going to get to talk about NEC really, but Birdie played super well. So that's what I like. I want the players to have time to do that stuff without the developer coming in and just changing stuff up. So
I
really like that.
I give Capcom, I mean, it's scary for me to say this, but I give them a lot of credit that they didn't make any balance changes outside of a few bug fixes since the beginning of the year. Like there was almost nothing significant, right? And so the fact that they stuck with it and stuck with their guns, saying that, okay, we're going to let this one play out. And even characters like Chun-Li, she stayed great the whole entire time, but her performance is nowhere near what everybody says, like how great. Like people talk about Chun-Li like she was like Yun busted in Third Strike.
She's definitely one of the weaker major top tier characters.
Right.
Or like Chun busted in Third Strike.
She's much worse.
I totally thought that's what you were gonna say.
Yeah, for sure. Even like Alpha 2 Chun. I definitely appreciate that. Like how I forget the name of the economic principle, but in economics there's the idea that like given any rule set, the market comes to an equilibrium eventually, and it's all about like the actors themselves, like the people who are buying and selling things and yada yada. Right. But if the rules change all the time, then people don't know like what to sell and what to buy. Like it's hard. It takes a while to learn the rules and like what prices should be. So if markets change a lot, then it's hard to come to some interesting equilibrium. Everybody has to just throw crap at the wall all the time.
Right, especially in like a genre like fighters, where learning a character is so much more difficult. Like lots of games that are patched often, it's easier to jump from character to character, or from like race to race, or from like if you're playing a shooter from weapon to weapon or something like that. But to jump from one character in a fighting game to another is often so difficult and takes so long to figure out that yearly changes.
I just want the ability to create market equilibrium.
Yeah.
I don't want some government to come in and like regulate everything all the time. Obviously we need some regulation, okay? But I don't want them changing the rules all the time.
I like the analogy though. The analogy works. It makes perfect sense to me. So
so I thought that it did that well, and I thought it was a fun game. It's not And Street Fighter's never been like this. It's never been one of the crazy kinds of games. Like there have always been, there's been Gear, or there's been Marvel games, or there's been KI, or whatever. There's always some game that's like the wilder ones, and those are really awesome and interesting. But Street Fighter games are always much more basic. Not uninteresting, obviously. Obviously, they're a lot of fun, but they're more basic. So I appreciated that it was like an entry in that style of like you can watch it easily. It's not easy to learn, but like to get good at, but like the rules are there. Like they're pretty simple to learn in the first place.
Yeah.
I thought that it was a really good entry for Street Fighter.
It makes the game easier to watch too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the question. So obviously, I mean, there's a lot of people who have a very strong distaste for this game, and they're like, "Oh, this game is terrible."
It's become
blah blah blah.
popular to dislike the game.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of a meme thing, but obviously, including gameplay, there were things that necessarily weren't great. So I'm just curious from you guys, what is your least favorite thing gameplay-wise about the game? Like, what would be your number one critique of Street Fighter V from a gameplay standpoint? Because we talk about outside the game, we will be here for the next 7 hours.
Yeah, everything outside of that.
I think my biggest was that I didn't feel like there was enough variety. It wasn't until the end that I felt like that really started to come out. With Guile and whatnot, of having like the real defensive character, the real zoner, having like, obviously there's the very strong pressure characters in there already, and there were some mid-range characters, but I really felt like it was missing that fortress character, and I guess that ended up being Guile, but even still, like not as much as in many cases. So I think that's my major criticism.
Yeah, my complaint's pretty similar. It's that like I feel like not all styles are represented because not only is there not like a strong zoning character, I feel like there's not just like a defensive turtle footsie character. I feel like all the grounded footsie characters are like you still have to play offense.
Yeah.
Like even somebody like Karen, who you think of like she's got really good buttons. Like she still has to play like offense in a lot of matchups.
Fong, right?
Right.
Even
Like any character like that. But so to say something else, it would probably be I wish the normals. I feel like in Street Fighter V when you do a normal, it's like all right, I'm starting my normal. It appears here and then it appears back here. Like, I kind of wish the normals had a little bit more extended hurt boxes, or like visually were easier to tell when there's recovery.
Yeah,
which
they did
right?
For a lot of
that's one thing that they
changes,
changed a bunch in Season 2 is like a normal will whiff, and there's
lingering hurt boxes.
Yeah, they left a more lingering hurt box in a lot of scenarios.
Yeah,
that's one thing I wish, because I feel like it made it tough to whiff punish a lot of medium and certain heavy attacks.
Yeah.
So like I think they kind of fixed that this season, but yeah, that's one thing that I had a big problem with. Like a character would do a move, and you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm going to whiff punish that. And you stick out your normal, and it goes through where that normal is on the screen, and it doesn't hit it at all, and then you reel back, and then like they jump at you and you die. And
that definitely happened to me too.
It's like, what a weird thing to happen. Like, as someone who likes to play that style, I found it super frustrating.
Yeah.
So it seems like they try to fix it. I hope that's the case.
Yeah, and also, honestly, I mean, my biggest issue, I feel like it's something that they're kind of fixing as well. I wasn't a fan of the execution. I wasn't a fan of the combo possibilities. I guess the combo routes, the
like
combo
too few,
routes.
you mean?
Yeah, there's too few. It's just that at the highest level, Daigo wasn't doing anything different than what you would see a lot of times at like mid pools. You know what I mean? Like the best combos were you just saw them 100 times.
Yeah.
And I think that just allowed fewer opportunities, not only for seeing something you haven't seen before, but I know when I talked to GamerBee when he first played the game, he's like, I don't like the fact that I can't style on people. I can't do fancy combos and things like that. So I think that's something that's definitely missing in there. And I do like a lot of the cool things that they're doing, because way more things seem like they're linking into each other in this version. They just showed Meaty crouching medium punch with Ken counter hit into Fierce, into Run, into Tatsu. Like, Thunder Kick combos into Tatsu and jab.
That's nice.
Like they're opening
That's really
up.
good as well.
They're opening up a lot of different things. Even the knockdown jump attacks now, so that Karen and Mika have the knockdown jump attacks for the target combo. If you can do it late enough and you can land, you can go for the extra juggle for more damage.
Yeah, I saw that.
Little cool things like that. I'm excited for that, to see how that goes. And but honestly, my biggest problem was just that I didn't feel like there was enough ability for players to express themselves through doing cool things in the game.
Okay. So. I guess to expand on the point of character similarity, not enough variety maybe. and they didn't change this. Overheads are like never good in Street Fighter now. Like
Yeah.
in Third Strike, they weren't like fantastic, but like Dudley had real combos from overhead.
Right.
Like if you spaced universal overheads right, a lot of characters could combo.
Yeah.
Like it was situational, but like you could do stuff. Alex had cool overheads. Like, I feel like almost all the characters are either frame trap or command grab, and like that's. I'm cool with those. In fact, I like command grabs a lot, but I kind of feel like there should also be like an overhead character. And again, it's Street Fighter. They're not gonna have air dashes. It's not gonna be super wild, but to have like a little bit more variety, I feel like would have been nice.
I think by eliminating like the more boring styles, right? Because they try to make everybody like an offensive character, but they eliminated like the zoner and like the defense, like a bunch of defensive characters. I think by trying to eliminate the boring styles of character, they just created a bunch of characters that are kind of the same, which made it a little bit more boring.
The other problem, too, honestly, is the homogenization of moves, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's sweep is -12.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of their range, regardless of their practicality or whatever like that. Like, for example, I'm just using Cammy as an example because her sweep is one of the worst in the game, right? You don't use her sweep that often. Like, she could have had a sweep that wasn't as negative as other characters, you know?
Yeah.
I always said that they should build a character literally on the Gray Life mechanic so that make it so that everything the character does is a chain or, like, multiple rekkas.
Yeah.
Because you know how the damage reduction works. Every time you do a new move, you reduce damage, right? So just make it so that they do all sorts of things. So they're just trying to make you block chip and then hit you with like a 10 damage overhead. Like they literally have a 10 damage overhead.
Yeah, I think that's Fang, but I just don't think that they did it.
Right.
I think that was the intention.
It didn't come out quite the way that they wanted to. And, you know, things like that. I would like to see them try to play around with the system a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, and create some more varieties.
Yeah, okay. I hear that. All right. So, obviously the game changed a lot. Was there anything that you were like particularly, that you felt was particularly interesting or something of note in terms of how the game and people playing it changed? Like its evolution, I thought was really cool. We talked about this a little bit ago briefly, but
We even talked about it at Capcom Cup.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome, and especially considering how short of a time it was out. It was out for like 9-10 months,
Right.
And you know, there was a beta beforehand that was like basically the same, little bit of changes in there, but for the amount of time it was out, it changed more than most fighting games do in years longer. Yeah,
the one thing that, I mean, honestly, when I first saw the game, I was like, man, we're going to find out everything about this game in like 2 months. Because one, the times are different. The amount of scientists that are out there right now that are just finding tech is ridiculous. It's so hard to hide tech these days, or not even just to have tech go unmissing, you know, to go unfound.
Yeah.
You know, people find weird things. And so honestly, I thought after 2 months the game would be like, well, that's it. Here we have everything. The fact that it did change the style of play, you know, that went from like, let's just rush people down and kill them to like you saw Momochi and like, you know, Fudo and all these guys playing this footsie game all of a sudden. Was probably one of the most interesting aspects about the game and probably one of my favorite storylines of the game in general. The fact that a character like Nash at first, I remember in the first the first 3 months, 3-4 months.
Yeah.
The argument with like there was people who were like, Nash is clearly the best character.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he's clearly the best character.
Yeah, I heard that a lot. I thought he was top 5, man. I thought he was really good.
I don't even know if I have him in my Elite 8 anymore.
Oh, he's not in mine for sure.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, what about you? Anything gameplay-wise that kind of stood out to you?
Like I mentioned, I thought the game was going to be a lot slower than it turned out to be. I think that, like, even... Because, like, in my head, I was like, all right, well, at first, everything's kind of fast. Because no one really knows how to slow things down. To, like, really play a super slow, defensive, calculated game, you have to know what can come at you.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, people will just figure out, like, what all the options are, and then they'll understand all the spacing, and then they'll stop everything. But I think the game is cool because even once you do understand everything, like, there's different ways you can approach. And I think that's stuff like dash speed and, like, characters who can be kind of defensive don't always have the best anti-air options.
Yeah.
So, like, there's different ways to approach and, like, find offense. And gray damage can matter sometimes, although I'm happy that they changed it so it matters more. But, yeah, like, I was kind of, like, I thought to myself, like, man, this game's going to be super slow. And everybody always says, like, all they want is footsies and ground game. Until they watch it, and they're just like, do something.
Right.
And then nothing happens, and then nobody's happy about it. But Street Fighter V is definitely a game where you can do a lot of things, and like it's good, and it works out. So I think that's one thing that I was happy about, even by the end of the game.
Okay, all right. You want to talk about players or characters or any of those fun topics?
I mean, let's do characters first because that's just more of the actual game as opposed
the
to
meaty stuff.
because players obviously is
so happy about
is
that.
something that is outside the game, right?
Yeah,
for
It's
sure,
the
okay.
quality of
Those
the
guys will be
players.
good in this game.
Yeah, that's more
Of
of
course,
that's
yeah.
more of the esports aspect of it as opposed to the
Whoa.
game itself aspect of it.
I don't think I've ever heard you say that. but
Yes.
all right.
On the show, yeah, I know, right? Exactly.
I mean, we say the word
Sports.
esports, but like in that kind of term. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
We're always like esports. you
All right,
know?
all right. Let's talk about who the best characters are. And let's talk about who the crappiest characters are.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And to be fair, I just don't think that there are any really crappy characters.
There's some pretty crappy characters, I think.
Yeah?
I think some are not great.
Well, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
of
There's
course.
obviously not great characters,
They're
but
pretty
like,
whack.
but like, are they
They're
like
pretty whack.
DJ level of super? You know, are they
Oh,
Q?
wow.
Are they
No,
12?
there's
you
nobody
know,
Q. There's
They're
nobody
no-
12. I can tell
are
you
they
that.
are they super turbo cami? You know,
There's
They're
nothing
no Joker and Injustice.
Yeah, there's no Injustice Joker in there.
Or Injustice Ares.
Was Joker
Yeah.
always bad? He never got
He
better.
got alright at the end, but
Okay.
not great.
People found some definite craziness with him, but it was just hard to do. It's hard to make practical.
Digital video game electronic athletes.
Jesus.
Cyber sports.
Cyber sports leagues. It's in the game.
Okay, all right. So Chun-Li's the best character.
Yeah, I think most people think that.
Oh yeah, okay, all right.
No,
Oh,
wait,
okay.
no. I think I still have her as the best character, but it's like I just don't think it's that definitive anymore. I actually don't think it's that definitive. I actually think there might be a character that might be better than her.
Wow. Was
Better
there
with
a
two
pun in there?
Ds?
No. It was
Oh.
just it came out like I was scared to say better than Chun, and it was like it's like better.
I thought there was gonna be some.
It's California.
No.
Our T's become D's.
Yeah.
Is that true? Is
Yeah,
that
say water.
water? Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
for
Holy
sure.
crap!
Yeah, we
I
have a
never
weird
thought
accent.
about that.
Yeah.
California
It's a
accent.
good thing that we control
Better.
all media so that we can export our accent towards the rest of the world.
Butter.
Butter.
Yeah, it's nice to
Yeah.
be able to go to Europe and people are speaking Californian there. It's pretty
Yeah.
sick. Yeah. Second place. Who's second?
Mika.
Ooh, who
Oh
do you
yeah,
got?
Mika. So
Mika.
the character that I have that I think might even possibly be better than Chun is Cammy.
Okay.
Yeah, Cammy's my
Yeah.
number 2.
Oh yeah.
Never
yours is
guess what
number
my
two.
number 3 is.
Cammy.
Cammy.
Yeah, mine is Mika.
I think my number 3. I still have Ken there right
Oh.
now.
So you said the same character as David.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, because
You gotta keep the Mika as Ken joke running, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not next season. Actually, they're both so terrible and unplayable next
Oh
season.
God, yeah, I know.
They might be
right?
the same character again.
Yeah, Ken is nerfed so badly
Oh yeah.
now.
Okay.
He
All
can't
right.
do
Yes,
We'll
anything.
get we'll get to season 2.
Okay.
All right. So I feel like that's the top tier.
Yeah,
Is those-
I have those 3.
I guess you have different
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
I feel like
look, my
ours-
Mika's number 4.
So, yeah.
Okay,
okay.
right, and it's arguably which one is better between her and Ken. Like that's one of my iffy
Okay, fair enough.
spots. So
Yeah,
In 4th place, I have Nikali. I
think
feel like he does everything.
that's a good choice.
Hmm.
I think I have Ken.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have Mika. So
Okay. I mean, I have Ken at 5th.
I have
okay.
Ryu.
Oh yeah.
Ryu at
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
Ryu at 5th as well. So
6.
Okay. Who's 6th?
Nikali.
I have Nikali.
I have Karen.
Oh, really?
So Ryu's
Wow.
not there yet? Yeah, I mentioned, I think on my list he was anywhere from 4th to 7th.
Yeah, like
okay.
my opinion of Karen actually dropped
Went
a
down?
lot. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think mine went down a little bit. I think I had her in top 5 or around
Yeah,
5th
I
or
used
something.
I remember I used to think it was her and Cammy were like equal,
Yeah.
and I'm just like
Actually, there was a long conversation you and I had where I was like, Cammy is better. And you were like, why would you ever play Cammy over Karen? Karen,
Yeah.
Karen is
Yeah.
significantly better in like
Yeah.
every way. And I was like,
Well, I have Ryu at 7th.
I have. Are we on 7? Yeah, you are. I thought we were on 6.
I have Karen for 6th. Who do you have for 6th?
Nikali.
I had Nikali for 6.
Oh,
we both said that.
okay.
We both said
Yeah,
that.
and then I have Karen at 7.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I have Ryu at 7.
I have Guile at 7.
Oh.
Because I think Guile is just really, really strong. I think he's kind of ushered his way up there at
Okay.
this point in time.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
I have Guile at 8th.
Yeah, I have Guile.
I have
There too.
Karen at 8.
Okay, so do we have the same top 8 then?
I think
Actually, that sounds like it,
I
doesn't
think
it?
we all do.
I think
Yeah.
there's some slight
So, in
ups
other
and
words,
downs in there.
the
but-
Elite Eight, we basically substituted
Such a
Guile
weird-
for Nash,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is kind of appropriate.
I guess we did.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. Our top 8 swapped, so it's the standard top 8 in some similar form or another,
Yeah.
except now it's no longer Nash,
It's Guile.
it's Guile.
Huh. Okay, that's cool.
Interesting.
Guile's really good, man.
Yeah.
Then in 9th place, I have Urian.
God, I knew you were gonna say his name.
Urian.
He's weaker than that this season. I have
so good. God.
I have Rashid.
Okay.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
I have Urian at 9th as well. So
Interesting.
you know what? The reason why I put him up there,
that's
it's kind of so some of the DLC characters are going to be tough because they haven't been around long enough.
Yeah.
But that's a ranking of mine based on I think his potential. Like I think the
Such
more
a dangerous word.
I think yeah, it is. It is 100% a dangerous
Dangerous
word. But
word.
like I feel like the more people played him, the more dirty his Aegis Reflector setups were. There are so many of those match videos that go around from season 1 that's like, hey, look, Urian gets drained down to this much, and then he throws you once, and then you die.
There's so many clips of him getting drained down to this much, and then someone jumps at him and he can't anti-air him, and he's drained down to nothing.
You should have better positioning. I have. Are we on 10th
Yeah.
place now?
Yeah.
10.
10th place, I have Rashid.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I had him at 9th, right?
Mm.
10th, I have Nash.
I have Nash. I have
Okay.
Nash. So Nash is still clinging on to that top half. That barely clinging on to that
I have
top
him in
half.
top half too. I have him at 11th place.
11th, I have completely mid-tier and fair Urian.
Okay, buddy.
11th.
Literally mid tier. Yeah.
Literally mid-tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
I don't have him. I have him mid tier.
11th, I do have Rashid.
Okay.
I have Rashid there.
Okay, so we have the same top 11.
11.
Oh, really? We all have the same top 11?
Yeah, we've all said
Yes.
the same character so far.
Holy
Just
crap.
a little
so
bit different order.
Urian, Nash, and Rashid are 9, 10, and 11.
Yeah, we had the same top 8, a little bit different order. Then
That's
we had
crazy.
the same 3 right after that.
Okay, that's pretty crazy. Okay.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 12th place. Who do you got?
Alex.
Hmm.
Huh. I have Laura there.
I have Birdie.
Like, I know a lot of people think Laura's bad, but I just don't see that. I've always thought she was super good, and she just got more refined, and it was like the ability to make mistakes against Laura became so much more frightening as the season wore on, to the point where like she would just kill you if you made one mistake and then didn't block one mix-up, and you
That's
were
fair.
dead. So.
Yeah, I don't think she's bad. Anymore anyway. 13th place.
Birdie.
Okay.
Birdie.
I have Alex.
Oh, so it's just we have the same character still.
Oh, that's
Except for the way he had Laura.
It's
though.
just me with Laura
Alright,
in
yeah,
there.
you and I
Okay.
have the same
Let's see if
character
this
still.
experiment works. Oh, actually, I guess I reordered it, so it's not going to work for me.
Okay.
Who's your 14th?
Oh, I'll go. I have
Yeah.
Laura.
Laura. There you
Yeah.
go.
Well, I have Alex.
So we
Oh.
have, well, again, I almost put Laura in 14th place, but I put Ibuki.
Oh god.
You put a
ew.
Buki in
I put
14th.
Ibuki
So
in
high.
14th place.
You
I
put
think
a
she's really
Buki
good,
in 14th.
Yeah.
Huh.
I feel like she has super strong tools to get in. I feel like her
Super
movement's
strong
excellent.
potential.
Don't say that
Potential.
I think she's really good, dude.
Okay.
Well, this is we're now in the bottom half of the cast, so
Yeah,
I can't.
So they all suck.
You know, I don't think she's really good. I think she's pretty good.
Alright.
15th place though, I do have Laura.
Okay. I have Vega in 15th
I
place.
also have Vega.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're
Dang,
totally
okay.
gonna have the same top 17.
Yeah, I know.
I have Boxer in 16th place.
Balrog, yeah.
Balrog. Dude, we have them all in the exact same spot.
Okay,
Jeez.
okay. I have Claw in 17th place.
Oh yeah, I have Ibuki.
I actually have Fong there.
Whoa. Alright.
Oh, we were pretty close.
We're close.
Yeah?
We're close.
Okay.
Yeah.
I bet we're gonna have the same top 22. This is gonna be crazy. I got in 18th. Who do you have?
I have Sim.
Actually, you know what? I need to.
Oh, are we gonna
Okay.
get a
No.
retcon?
No.
Is he changing things?
Retcon.
Secret 23rd character incoming?
I just realized right
DiCaprio.
now that I had shoved Ibuki to the very bottom of my list because I didn't know where to put her.
Ooh.
Because I
Nice
wanted.
work.
So I mean, you guys can see it. I'm not making this up. She's
You're right.
literally down there at the bottom.
I do see
So
that.
now I have. So I honestly would put her above Fong.
Oh, okay. I think you're right.
I honestly would put her above Fong. So in other words, yeah, we have basically the same bottom 5. We have the same bottom 5 between
yeah.
all of us.
That makes total
It's
sense.
just whatever order
I
you
think
have
it's
it
pretty
there.
clear, to be
Okay.
honest.
Sorry.
18th.
No, some people are saying like I'm rating Cien, not Feng, but it's kind of true. But that just means that.
Whack.
What's that?
Character of Fang is whack.
That's
he's so whack.
He got 9th at Evo and Capcom Cup.
Cien did. He can do it with like a toaster. You just plug it in, snow moves, you just win.
It's just warm.
Okay,
18th, I have Dalsum.
So this is that's the second.
This is my.
Fourth to the last.
We're now at bottom 5, so my fifth to last
Fifth
is
to last.
Dalsum.
So I have Fong there.
I have Geef.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow! You think
Yeah.
Geef is way better than I do?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Geef is way better than I do.
Did I miss somebody on my list?
I don't even think.
Have I said Ibuki yet?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Okay, so who's your fourth to last character?
Fang.
Fang.
I have Jury.
Bison.
Okay. All right. Really, Jury?
Yeah.
You have Geef and Jury.
Am I missing someone? I feel like there's somebody.
I don't know, man.
Third to last.
Yeah, third to last. I have Bison.
Oh, I only have 2 characters left, so I definitely missed somebody.
Oh.
So Seijam also a liar.
I already said that I had Ibuki and Sim, right? You guys are
Right.
both.
Did
those
you have
characters.
Boxer? You had Boxer.
We had
Boxer at
Boxer.
17.
Claw? Do you have Claw in there?
Yeah, I said Claw.
What about?
I feel like I said one character and then you guys didn't say one, right? Because we were talking about.
Let me just hear your list.
Okay.
Just do your list. What's your list?
So 17 was Balrog, right?
No, just like go through one through whatever.
Oh, Chun-Mika Kami. And then it was Ken, Ryu,
Mhm.
Nikali, Karen,
Guile, right?
and then Guile, yeah.
Okay.
And then it was Rashid, Nash, Urian.
Right.
Okay.
And then here's where it was weird, right? Because we had like everybody was all mixed up here.
Right.
I think
Okay.
I had Alex,
Yeah.
Okay.
then Birdie,
Yeah.
Okay.
then Laura,
Okay.
then Vega, Boxer, and then I had Sim,
You're
And
missing Ibuki.
Ibuki.
Ibuki. Yeah.
So you did the same thing that I
Ibuki.
did. You
Wow.
accidentally left
What a
Ibuki
butt.
off the
I said
list.
Ibuki, I feel like.
You just didn't say it.
Oh, okay. Well, there she is.
Well, where would you put Ibuki then?
Where I just said her, she was.
Right above
Fifth to
Dalsum?
last,
Or
yeah.
whatever your fifth to last
Yeah,
was.
fifth to last.
So
Oh,
Oh.
she's in your bottom 5 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
no, I think she's in your bottom 6.
Do you have her above Geef?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
she's,
okay.
okay.
She's
she's-
sixth to
fine.
last.
Yeah, yeah,
All right,
yeah.
we're
Okay,
fine. All
okay,
right,
okay.
it's fine.
All
All
right.
right. Anyway.
All right.
So your third to last was what?
I think it was.
You
Now
really
I'm so
know.
confused. Jury, right?
Yes, you said Jury.
I have Dalsum.
Ah, okay. I have Bison.
Why do you have Dawson as the worst?
I have Bison. No, I already said Dalsum. He's my
Okay.
5th worst.
Okay.
Now, second worst, Zangief.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have Jury there.
Okay.
I have Fang.
Okay.
And so your worst is Jury then.
I think
right?
Jury's the worst character in the game. Yeah.
Oh, dang. She got. Yeah, she's
I
pretty
think-
bad.
I think she loses to everybody,
My last.
including Geef.
I think the weakest character in the game is Bison.
Bison.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I have Zangief at the bottom.
But I just
have
think
Zangief
him
at the
and
bottom.
Jury and Fang all suck so much that, like, you know, they're all just hanging out down there.
I think there's like a clear separation for the bottom 3 for me, which is Bison, Geef, and Jury.
Yeah.
I feel like those, and then there's like Fang is like maybe in that same club. I don't know.
Yeah, he's not doing so hot.
I feel like
Yeah, I think Jury sucks.
I feel like
She
it's
is
just
so
those
bad.
bottom 5. I think it's just those bottom 5 for me. It's really hard for me to order that bottom 5. It's probably the hardest for me to order the bottom 5 than it is for me to order the top 5.
Remember when, like, Jury and Ibuki hadn't come out and I was so excited for both of them?
They have such cool ideas, dude.
Yeah.
They do, and they got buffed, so we'll
The
see.
biggest problem with Jury, honestly, was that they gave her this storage mechanic, and the payoff wasn't strong enough.
Yeah, you get a fireball that sucks.
Yeah.
Or you get a special move that
And-
like everybody has anyway.
And
Yeah,
you get a
who
combo
cares?
that does the same amount of damage as everybody
You
else's
spend
combo.
all your stores at once and you get like 10%.
Yeah. Your stand strong pushes her back like half screen. I swear the pushback on that move
It's
is
crazy.
absurd.
Yeah, you counter hit with it, it's like,
Yeah,
just gone.
her V skill is a super cool idea that in practice is just not.
Wait, someone's saying
It's like they took
infiltration?
away.
Oh, yeah.
her fireballs, which control horizontal space, and then they're like, should we give her something to help her do that?
No good footsie tools, weak damage, has to spend a long time setting things up and doesn't get much payout for it.
Like, I almost feel like the charge should have been harder, but the payoff should have been better. Like, those
moves should all be super good.
Dude, honestly, I feel like the charge could be just as good as it is, and the moves themselves, like, 30% better, and she would still be not the best.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Yeah. She has anti-air if you want to spend meter, or if you do medium spinny spin, but...
They changed the input on that, by the way.
Yeah, it's
punch. It's punches.
Oh, punches now. Yeah.
God, that is... I can't do it. It's so
hard
to remember.
Muscle memory? Yeah. Okay,
it's hard.
Oh, man.
Okay. All right, well, those are our tier lists.
Someone's saying that
Jury
apparently
sucks.
Infiltration figured out a way to make Dawson float all the way to the top of the screen.
It's probably with infinite meter, right? Doing EX scale, flow, EX scale, flow, EX scale, flow.
Okay,
it's probably what it is.
Which is a hilariously unlisted change.
All right, so David.
No, it's listed.
David,
It's unlisted. It is.
just to clear it up again, top to bottom.
Let's do it.
Oh
First,
my
all right.
God.
Shun,
I'm not gonna
Cammy,
ask
Mika,
you.
Yeah, I already did.
Nikali, Ken, Karen, Ryu, Guile, Urian, Rashid, Nash, Birdie, Alex, Ibuki, Laura, Boxer, Claw, Dalsum, Fang, Bison, Zangief, Jury. Okay.
So
yeah,
my elite 8 are Chun-Li, Cammy, Ken, Mika, Ryu, Nikali, Guile, and then Karen. Then there's that 3-pack right there, which is the Urian, Nash, and Rashid. Then we have this chunk of 6 that was the same for all of us.
Why did you not call him a 6-pack? Anyway, go on.
A 6-pack, fine. Laura, Birdie. I mean, it's not like I drink sodas or anything like that, so why would that word even be in my mind? You know what?
Gonna get you killed.
Actually, you know what the funny
Does
thing
soda
is?
come in 6-packs?
No, soda don't anymore. They used to.
Okay.
Growing up, it was all 6-packs, and now they don't exist anymore, which is really interesting to me. Laura, Birdie, Alex, Vega, Balrog, Ibuki, and then the bottom 5, which are Fong, Bison, Dalsum, Jury, and Zangief.
Whack.
So there you go.
Whack. Not actually that bad.
No, not that bad.
Not actually that bad.
Trust me, if you got block
Like-
infinited at the start of the round by Superman, you were a bad character. And that was a bad game.
I mean, Jury got 9th place a couple of times. Like, Fang, got
CM,
top 8,
yeah.
like, won some tournament in Russia or something like that. Zangief got top 3 even a couple of times. Like,
Their
these
boss
are
is
not
a
terrible
monster.
characters. Infectious did as well.
yeah.
Bison got a couple top 8s. Like, not many, but yeah, they're not terrible. They're just, they needed some help for sure.
Yeah.
Bison won like a ranking event. It was like the second one of the year, but
Wasn't it like Nikali that won it basically?
I don't
But
remember.
Bison
Yeah, I don't remember.
was like
that.
the backup.
Backup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's our season 1 tier list. All right. Anything else to say about season 1?
In terms of just the gameplay and
Anything
the game
you wanna
itself,
say about it?
right?
Whatever. Players.
I mean, let's address it because it should be addressed. But I mean, maybe worst fighting game launch in the past 5 years, completely, or second worst maybe. Or
I mean, the only competitor is Mortal Kombat X, right?
Right,
But even not just in the past 5 years, but can you think of a worse 2 fighting game launches? I feel like this is the worst one. Worse than MKX's. But
Yeah,
those
me too.
2, I don't know that there have been any high-profile launches that have been worse than those 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Cross
it's-
Tekken is not good for sure, but
Cross Tekken, but
second
Cross
player
Tekken
could rematch. So.
Right, but the thing about Cross Tekken though was that when it came out, it was also the gameplay also sucked, right? So,
Yeah, the game. I mean, yeah, fine, but like
So-
there was an arcade mode, right? Like their story mode launched with it,
Start
even though it was
asking
you
for
could
terrible.
color all
arcade
your
mode.
characters black and white only.
That's
at
true. You could
first.
do wild
know-
colors. Yeah.
You know, my roommate and I were playing season 1 yesterday. It's like our final. We're like, let's play one last time in season 1. And every time one of us beat the other, we did the thumbs up, and we were dying. It was like the funniest thing
Yeah,
ever.
even Cross Tekken, I feel like was not as bad
No,
as Street Fighter 5.
I mean
yeah,
the
look,
biggest problem with Street Fighter Cross Tekken was the fact that everyone found all the content on disc.
Yeah, the gems were a terrible idea. Like
Damn gyms everywhere.
Damn gyms. Yeah.
yeah.
There's too many gyms in this room.
Tell me about it.
Gyms.
Oh.
Say
So
gyms.
Cross Tekken was not good, but Street Fighter 5, yeah. Look, the
Anticipation
everything.
level after the success of Street Fighter 4, and it's like you learned from your Street Fighter Cross Tekken mistakes. No, they really didn't.
Even in Season 2, there's no second player can rematch.
And Combo Fiends already said they're not going to improve the input lag anymore.
6 frames, 6.5.
6.2, 6.2, yeah.
Yeah, again, no arcade mode. The original story mode launch was just strangely bad. I don't
One
even know,
of
it's, like,
the
absurdly
best
bad.
Street Fighter artists in the world, drawing some of the worst Street Fighter art I've ever seen.
I will always remember Laura as like a Naga snake. She's like,
That was so
her
funny.
midsection is just like this bizarre.
Like I almost feel like that they were like Capcom went up to Vengus, right? Vengus is the artist who drew. He's drawn all sorts of their games, but I feel like they went up to him and they were like, "Can you give us some rough sketches of all the?" I'm sorry, that's.
It was a storyboard sketch.
Yeah,
obviously.
like, can you give us all?
I'm
the
just thinking of Laura's body.
I know.
like, can you give me? Can you give us
She's just like
all the storyboard sketches by this date? And then he's like, okay. So he sketched them all and gave it to them. He's like, so you have it done, right? And he's like, what are you talking about? He was like, we asked you to have it all done by this date. He's like, no, you didn't. You asked for the storyboard sketches. Dang it, just use them, and that's it.
I feel
'Cause,
like
the
they-
picture of Vega, his claw is literally 3 lines. They're not filled in. They're literally 3 lines. It's like stick figure claw. Like he
pretty sure.
literally has stick figure claw.
They just were like, they blindfolded him and they made him use his non-dominant hand and spun him in circles. They're like, you have 30 seconds to draw every Street Fighter character that's ever existed.
Dude,
Go.
seriously.
And they're pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, considering that, I suppose.
That's not even that bad
I
compared to
read
most
no.
of them.
that Mika one is.
That's like
better
a
than
better,
some.
yeah. That's
That
always
is
like-
probably the best one.
It's not fantastic,
yeah,
but
someone needs to find that. Someone needs to find that terrible Naga snake, Laura.
It's so funny. I saw it the other day. That's why I'm thinking about it.
I see it all the time, just right up here.
Every time she lands a crush counter and says boom.
Oh yeah, it was just a not a good release, that's for sure.
man.
And obviously we
man.
all hoped that they would improve it in that June, right? The update,
Uh-huh,
right? So the
yeah,
story
yeah,
came
yeah,
out.
uh-huh.
There was still no
Shadowfall.
arcade mode. The 2-player thing was still there. Online is still whatever.
Man.
And it's still the same. Like all those things are the same.
Oh.
Do we have the picture thanks to? Oh no, that's not it. Oh, no, that I don't even know.
Closer.
I don't know. Somebody linked a picture of the Photoshopped woman on a hood of the car. And
I
It's
guess.
like, she's just as long as Jury's, or Laura's snake body.
Should have known never to suspect someone named Butt Wiener.
No, it's a rookie mistake.
Yeah, but I mean, not only that, but then even the later launches, then there was the root kit. Oh, there it is. There it is. Wait, where did you get? Was that from BGT?
Yeah, right there, uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh man, it's
Okay,
too good.
Okay.
What were they
Why
thinking?
did she look like that?
Oh my god.
That's
God,
terrifying.
How does
Like,
it even make any sense? Like, how do you do this to yourself?
she looks really, really hungry.
Oh my god, sorry. Hang on a second.
But she couldn't eat anyway. What do you mean?
She has no stomach.
There's no organs in
Literally
there.
has no,
No, definitely
stomach.
not.
Where is it?
Oh man. You know the Naga store there. There's food in there, down in the bottom section that they slither on. That's where the kidneys are.
Why can't I
That's where the
find this?
stomach is.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
there
no
it
organs
is.
in
There
there.
it is. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Actually, don't even change it.
That's perfect.
That's actually perfect.
Why does she look like that?
Oh my
That's
god.
when I think of season 1 of Street Fighter. I just want
That's
to
the
think of
stomach. That is literally the stomach. Like, how does?
The little lines in there, like what a she has a 6-pack, but like just suggested that it's a 6-pack. The whole picture is a suggestion.
that. It's pretty good. Boom. That's how you finish a fight and
This is how you start a drawing and not finish it.
finish it quickly.
Quickly.
It's pretty good.
And
Oh,
claw
and
with
then
stick figure lines.
Okay. Hang on. Let me grab this here too.
Oh man,
Come on.
you can do it, Jimmy. Oh, what?
Hey,
Oh,
that
look at
one.
him.
Dude,
Actually, I don't remember that one. That's really bad. I don't remember seeing that.
oh, okay. Why is this not? Okay, hang on. Let me do this again. Let me do this. Let me just.
This is too good.
Yeah.
Why is his proportion so weird?
Well, actually, here. Let me set.
And
this.
Chun-Li's legs should not be sideways like that. I feel like.
So bad.
Oh man, what a.
Anyway, Street Fighter 5's and everything other than gameplay was, I feel,
What-
probably the
what is
worst of any
going
major
on with you,
fighting game.
XSplit? Hello.
So,
Thank you.
That's something that they need to address, but it seems like they're not. So I don't know what to say about that.
So there
Sucks
you
to
go.
suck.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it
There's,
does.
look at those Vegas claws.
Look at that guy.
Look at these claws, dude.
Look at his face. What's the expression? What like what?
It's like they drew him wearing a mask, but then he didn't have a
I
mask.
mean, look. The
That
claw.
actually might be it. Yo,
They drew
that's
him wearing
totally
a
what it
mask.
is. If you look at the outline of it, it's clearly the mask.
Yeah,
And
and
then
then-
they pooped a face right onto it. Because what expression is that? What do you think he's trying to emote? You know what I mean? Like, what's he trying to say with that expression on his
3
face?
lines.
It could be anything. This is tough, or nice work,
They're
or
lines. They're literally lines.
or I forgot to put on the real claw today.
I imagine it's like as a violin or something. He's just playing.
Yeah.
He's just playing the strings, like doing this that
Oh,
boy on the
man.
claw.
What is that face about? Yeah, I don't know what his emotion is. Could be anything.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was not good and continues not to be
You
good.
can't be serious after that. It's so hard. You can't look at that and be serious. It's like, can't believe that exists. In a modern Street Fighter title, giving away thousands
And
of
the
dollars to play it.
And you know what? The worst thing about it is like the artist is so good.
I know.
He's so good.
He can
like
do
the
some
art
good stuff.
that he's drawn is ridiculous.
Just gotta give him more than 5 minutes and blindfold him and make him use his non-dominant hand and spin him in circles and have him do the alphabet backwards.
For
and-
sure, that's what happened with the claw. Like, he definitely was like, okay, you're supposed to have the claw on, right? And then just when he was turning it in, somebody at Capcom was like, he's not supposed to have the claw on. And he was like, okay, put the face on.
And the mask, the mask.
Yeah, the mask, yeah.
They drew him with the mask.
He's supposed to, no, maybe it was backwards. He's supposed to not have the mask, but have a
Have the
claw.
And he drew him with a mask
Oh.
and no claw.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. We've solved the puzzle here.
They're like, Laura, do you want her to have a body? No, just her upper half. And then boom, he had to draw it in there. It's like, oh man. Yeah, you have that is an
I mean,
excellent
look at
picture.
this.
Yeah.
So, let me pull this out here. Let me just throw this here real quick so that you can. What the heck?
Oh, you didn't do the thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
I did it wrong. Google's being Google. There we go. I'm sorry, Chrome is being Chrome. So
I
here
think
we
your
go.
computer is just being mean to you.
Probably. Let's grab this. And
Man, I
this
can't get
is-
over that Vega.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that when it launched.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know why it's doing that. It's
pretty
weird.
gnarly. Anyway, Bengus can really draw some nice stuff.
Yeah.
His name is Bangus.
Yes, his name is Bengus. Unfortunately, I guess. But yeah, I mean, like if I zoom it in, like look at this artwork that he's capable of drawing, dude. He's really capable of drawing.
You have
some-
Norimaru in the
Look.
back.
the claws
cool.
are not lines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
look
real
like
He's
they
claw.
look
got
made out of
actual
metal there.
claws here, dude. So yeah, look at this. Anyways.
All right. Anything else to say about season 1?
No. I guess we can take a break, and when we come back, we can talk a little bit about the esports side of things.
Okay, let's
All
do
right,
that.
Be right back, guys.